Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the pre-bid conference of two projects under the goods and services. So we start the procurement activity. May I introduce you now to the members of the BAC, headed by our BAC chairman, Attorney Clarence Remando, our BAC vice chairman, General Arturo Preposi, and BAC member, Attorney Mary Rose Milo. We have also here the technical working group, headed by Ma'am Rachel Lumagi, and members, Ma'am Edwina Ong, Engineer Architect Donald Remando, and Engineer Alan Lupano. For the Secretariat, your student Renal Salinas, and we have our IT support, Sir Von Cowell. Sir, majority of the BAC members are present. There's a quorum soon. Thank you, Renal. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Let us flash to private typing. So there being a quorum, please proceeding for the private conference now called to order. We have two projects under goods and services for our private conference. Do you have any prospective leaders and observers attending this procurement activity? None, sure. Right, so may I request our Secretariat, let us now present the project details, the requirements, and the schedule of these two projects. But first, let us welcome our new member of the technical working group, Engineer Alan Company. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. And we also have a new member as a replacement of Ma'am Daisy, Engineer Dexter. Okay. Let's proceed. So we start with the pre-bid conference, contract ID number 25GA00023, the purchase and delivery of fuel for multi-purpose amphibious dredge with DPWH number K3-31 in its support equipment in connection with the dredging operation at Tubao Aringay River, Anduyan, Tubao, Longyon. We have also 25GA00024, the purchase and delivery of fuel and container pump house for amphibious excavator with DPWH number K4-96 and its support equipment in connection with the dredging operation at Mestiza River, Kawayan, Ilocos Sur. So here are the contract data of the project. Contract ID number 25GA00023, location Tubao, La Union, with the funding source Parents Diao, ABC of 4,358,385 pesos. For the scope of works, purchase and delivery of fuel for multipurpose amphibious dredge with DPWH number K3-31 and its support equipment for the contract duration of 151 calendar days. 25GA00024, location Kawayan, Ilocos Sur, ABC of 3,494,000 for the scope of works and the purchase and delivery of fuel and container pump house for amphibious excavator with DPWH number K4-96 and its support equipment for the contract duration of 151 calendar days. So here are the following technical requirements. For Class A documents, we have the legal documents, valid field certificate of registration, platinum membership, all pages. Records of all its ongoing government, private contracts, including awarded but not yet started. Records of single largest completed contract, similar to the contract, adjusted to current price using PSA current price index. Should there be contract amount equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, a contract should be considered similar to the contract to be bid if it has the same major categories of work. Original copy of bid security in the form of issued demand. Submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid security declaration in conformity with the technical specifications, which may include production, delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or after sales parts, and if applicable, a original duly signed omnibus CERN statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the omnibus CERN statement and do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, we have the audited financial statements not received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. NFCC or line of credit, computation of the NFCC of at least equal to ABC computed using the prescribed formula, wherein the NFCC equals current assets minus current liabilities times the K factor 15 minus value of unfinished projects, including awarded projects not started coinciding with the contract to be bid, or a bidder may submit a committed line of credit from Universal or Commercial Bank in lieu of its NFCC computation. For the Class B documents, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the joint venture agreement in the instance that the bid is successful. For the financial requirements, we have the original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form and original of duly signed and accomplished price schedule. For the form of bid security, the bid validity period and bid security validity period is 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security enumerated below. We have the cash or cashier's manager's check issued by the Universal or Commercial Bank, bankrupt guarantee or the revocable line of credit issued by the Universal or Commercial Bank. It's 2% of the EDC, while the surety bond is 5% of the EDC. For the bid evaluation, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the EBC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of bid prices: completeness, no price required item was non-complying, indicating a zero or dash was free to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections, bid prices in figures versus words, the words prevails. Total price versus unit price per item, the unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, the actual prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ, the latter prevails. If above ABC is considered non-compliant. For the post-qualification, it's the verification of your legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, non-inclusion in the blacklist. Technical requirements, single largest completed contract, similar to the contract, performance in ongoing government private contracts. Delaying the partial delivery of goods amounting to 10% of the contract price in its ongoing government private contracts. If any of these contracts shows the bidder's failure to deliver or perform any or all of the goods or services within the period specified in the contract or within any extension granted by the procuring entity pursuant to a request made by the supplier prior to the delay, and such failure amounts to at least 10% of the price or unsatisfactory performance of the supplier's obligations as per terms and conditions at time of inspection. Liquidated damages currently imposed on the supplier, authenticity of bid security, financial requirements, audited financial statement, especially current assets and liabilities, up-to-date value of all outstanding or completed works undergoing awarded contracts, updated NFCC or line of credit versus the ABC. For the contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder's bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the needed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of the notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt in accordance with Section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9124. Here are the common reasons for rejection of bids, ineligibility, and post-disqualification of bidder. Late bid, no letter of authority from the company to submit the bidding documents, failure to submit supporting documents to support compliance with the requirement, submitting forms not acceptable pursuant to the provisions of the revised IRR of RA 9184. NFCC less than the ABC or the amount of credit line commitment is less than 10% of the ABC. For bid security, should the bond callable on demand in validity of 120 days, not inscribed in the bond. Failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission, indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period, bid prices higher than the ABC. Delay the partial delivery of goods amounting to 10% of the contract price in its ongoing government and private contracts. So for this following project, 25 GA 00023 and 25 GA 00024, the deadline for submission of clarification is 10 days before submission of bids. The deadline for submission of bids is on September 29, 2025 at 10 o'clock a.m. Number of copies of bid proposal, one original copy of the technical and financial proposal, and the place of submission of bids, bids and awards committee, second floor conference room, DPWH Regional Office 1, City of San Fernando. So that answered the presentation of the pre-bid conference for the two goods and services. Any comment from our end user? Right. Thank you. The schedule for the bid opening is on September 20th for the two campus. So please take note, but my question, take a look. Any more on our agenda? And so again, thank you to everyone's participation and attendance in this private conference. There being no other matters, the proceedings now.